More patients are complaining about their hospital visits than ever before, and that has Ontario's ombudsman concerned. However, Ontario's health minister has a different take on the situation. She says patients need to be more kind. More on that in a moment, but first the report. It finds that COVID has exposed the holes in the hospital system that can no longer be hidden.
There were cracks, and you do your best to sort of paper those over, but now those cracks are being exposed quite dramatically by the pandemic.
According to this ombudsman report, there were over 3,000 patient complaints last year. That's up 43% over the year before.
What we see in emergency rooms is probably the most visceral example of where these interactions are beginning to break down.
That's often because the system can't keep up due to a lack of beds and too many people in hospital beds that need alternate care but can't get it. The issues have all been building for decades, but COVID exacerbated them. The end result is stressed out workers and patients feeling there is a lack of caring.
We still don't have enough staff to deliver the care at the level of quality that they want to deliver it. So it's just making these existing vulnerabilities that much worse, and we're seeing that now in complaints that of a nature that we've not seen before.
Instead of acknowledging the holes in the system, the health minister offered a different interpretation. Patients need to be patient.
When you are that individual waiting in the emergency department because individuals who are sicker and need access to critical care faster, make sure that you understand these are challenging times and healthcare workers are doing the best they can. I think we all have a role to play to make sure that we are being compassionate and we are being patient when healthcare workers for 2 years have worked incredibly hard.
The NDP leader calls the health minister's response victim blaming.
The fact that this minister would stand here and tell Ontarians that the problem is that they're not being nice enough as patients to healthcare workers misses the whole point. This is a government that is showing absolute disrespect to our healthcare workers. In fact, they are taking them to court to try to continue to suppress their wages, which is the major reason why we have a staffing crisis.
The government should treat our nurses and frontline healthcare workers well, like allowing them to bargain.
The report is a snapshot of the last year, but the patient ombudsman warns the pandemic isn't over and the problems still persist.
Unfortunately, I think this is really just the beginning of seeing more of these kinds of complaints.
Premier Doug Ford is holding a news conference tomorrow morning. We'll be there. We'll be asking him about this story.